Hello everybody, Supervise here, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Symphonia. Last time we made it here to Gaia again, and we saved all our party members. We also got the Darius emblem, which now we can leave if we wanted to, but I'm not going to, right now anyway. But first thing, before we head on to Mithos Castle, we had a bunch of leftover remnants of the illusions that all the party members encountered last episode, so let's take a look at those and see what we can find with them. But first I want to heal up and then go buy some items, just so that we're stocked up. This is the final dungeon after all, so don't want to be running out of items now. And the shop is all the way to the right here. So the first area we're going to check out is by the mirror. I'm going to go in the same order I went last episode, just to keep it all the same. Doesn't really matter what order you do it in, but I'm going to do it this way anyway. Just stock up on some gels and magic lenses, that'll do. Alright, so let's head on over to the mirror now. And we just have to examine that little sparkly object in front of the mirror, and somehow the mirror got repaired when you leave the screen. I don't know how that happens, but oh well. Well, it sounds very ominous, but I guess we'll face you.
I don't care for pointless battles.
Alright, so with each of these remnants of the illusions, we have a mini-boss battle. They're not very tough, but we have these sort of symbolic mini-boss things. But anyway, each of them, or all three of them, are strong to light and darkness. But in addition to that, they're strong against two other elements. And those two other elements they are strong against are magics they can use. So this one, the Neglected, he can use fire and ice magic, so just something to keep in mind, not anything super important. I'm not even going to try and protect against any of the elements, because these bosses are so easy, they're going to go down very quickly anyway, even if we are taking a lot of damage. That's what we have rain for, really. Yeah, they only have 20,000 health each, and it's already over halfway done. Ooh, that could do quite a bit of damage, but somehow Regal just stood right in that. Yeah.
I was just warming up.
That was all. Only took 23 seconds. But each of them also has a nice ring. Yep, we sure did. Yeah, so each of them will drop a ring that boosts certain stats by 10%. It doesn't show up in the status, but if we go ahead and take a look at that. Actually, that was the defense ring, wasn't it? I think so. Where is it? Now, there it is. Yes, the defense ring. As you can see, it doesn't show up in the status, but well, it does show up as an effect down there. It says decreased battle damage, but it won't show up in our actual stats. So, I don't know why it does it like that, but oh well. And yeah, playing through Vesperia, you get these rings early on, but in Symphonia, we get them right at the end of the game, so that's one difference. Actually, yeah, we don't really need to heal up after that one. It was so quick, we hardly used any TP and barely took any damage, so let's just head on to where we saved Zealous and Sheena. We had this little magic circle here. Alright then. Alright, so this one is going to have water and lightning magic.
This is gonna be a piece
The Fugitive.
pretty good.
Yeah, all the symbolic names and conversations too deep for me. I don't really pay much attention to it. But I don't know, maybe I'm missing it, but I would imagine the fugitive would have been the one we had to fight for Regal, but oh well. That's the second one down. I guess they're talking about Mythos there. Or something like that, I don't know. Anyway, we got the magic ring, which increases magic damage, so let's give that to Genus then. There it is. And also, if you didn't get the Devil's Arm in Well Gaia the first time around, you can come back and get it now at any time, so even though it seems like you would have been able to miss it, you can get it now, so if you've not gotten it already, there it is. Anyway, let's just head on back to the jail cell so that we can fight the final easy mini-boss thing. Over by this bloodstain. You have to examine, like, in front of the bloodstain and not right on top of it. Hitbox is a little weird, but yeah, sure, I guess. Face this last one, he's standing here. I see the judged. Feels like the judge and the fugitive are in the wrong spots. Kind of names a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding completely, but anyway, magic this guy uses is Earth and Wind. So you see they use the two opposite magics of each other, other than light and darkness. So that's pretty cool, but again, it's nothing really to worry about, even though I am taking all their attacks. They're not alive long enough to actually deal enough damage. Oh well. Alright, so that's all three of those guys. Nothing much to them. Let's give the attack ring to Lloyd. Raises attack by 10%, and I would assume that would mean for both slash and thrust for Lloyd. So that's 123 on each of those damage. Maybe. Because I think all the other characters have just normal attack stat, right? Yeah, okay. So I'm assuming both of those would go up to 123. Maybe. I don't know all the exact mechanics behind the stats, but I don't think it matters too much as long as you're equipping the best equipment, really. Alright, but now that that's done, I want to go ahead and heal up real quick, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, I've gone ahead and healed up at the refresher again. It's nice that they give us that, so we can heal up whenever we want to, really, without having to leave the dungeon, but anyway, now it's time to head on to the final bit of this dungeon. And actually, most of it is optional. I'll talk about that after this skit, but let's take a look first, but yeah, I guess so. Yeah, especially you, Persea. You almost killed Regal. Well, we did escape from the trap. Or weren't caught in it, at the very least. Alright, so if you wanted to go right to the end, all you have to do is fight this dragon, go through that door, and take the warp, and you'll be at the final boss. But there's a lot of treasure, and an optional item that will allow us to do an optional dungeon if you explore this castle. So we have these weird-looking symbols on the floor. There's a red one here, and, well, I don't feel like walking over there, but there's a blue one on the other side of the stairway. So we'll have to figure out what we can do with those. Yeah, it was pretty frightening. Yeah, we need to make sure we stop him before he can get Darylus Carlon away from both of our worlds. Yeah, we're running out of time, so let's not worry about things. We'll just keep on moving forward. Alright, so first thing, we want to come over to the right side of the stairs and fight this enemy that's not moving at all. Well, he's churning, but he's not making any, I guess, movement along the floor, but definitely want to fight him for sure. Alright, we got a new angel enemy, the Dark Commander. They cast a lot more magic than the Swordians? They're just called Dark Sword. Dark Sword and Dark Spear, I think. They cast a little bit of magic, but the Commander definitely casts the most magic out of all three of them. I don't believe the Archer casts any. So, I like to take down the Dark Commander first, unless the Sword or Spear cast magic during that time, in which case you can target them just to cancel it real quick. But other than that, they're just like every other angel enemy. Not strong or weak against anything, but for defeating that specific enemy, Gray Chest appears up there, so we'll have to keep that in mind for later when we make our way over there. We have a treasure chest here as well.
Evil doesn't stand a chance.
Alright, just some energy tablets, but we'll take it. I don't think there's anywhere you can buy those, so it's nice to have. Anyway, let's go inside this door real quick. And at first glance, it doesn't look like there's anything here, but if we head behind this couch, there's a hidden treasure chest here. So here we get a prism guard, and I believe we can't equip that on Colette. So we'll have to give it to Presea instead. There's a couple equipments like that in this dungeon that are character specific. Oh, but that is a very good piece of equipment. Reduces all elemental damage, except for darkness, which makes her weak to it, but since there's no enemies that deal dark damage in this area, I don't think so, because we're just fighting, the angels from this point on. We don't have to worry about that for right here, but it's just something to keep in mind if you do go back in the dungeon.
I was just warming up.
Or to other places for that matter. Alright, so there's a couple pathways you can take. There was a doorway to the left of where we started, but there's nothing we can really do over there. I think we want to head left first. There's a treasure chest we can get real quick.
I was just warming up.
Yep, we have an extra gem level 4 in this chest. You can walk beyond this chest, but there's nothing down there, so we don't need to worry about it. Now let's head up the stairs this time. Alright, so that's the first door that we just entered from. And we want to head into the third door. There's nothing in that room, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Let's just head into the next room that comes up. We'll skip him, since we already passed him. We'll be fighting plenty of enemies, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so we have a chest over here. Spirit bottle, alright. And if you go behind the couch, there's a mortality cloak. And I believe that is Regal specific. So let's give that to him. I don't think it provides any elemental protection. Oh, that was weird. He went right through the couch. Alright, so like I was trying to say, I don't think the Mortality Cloak gives any elemental protection, but we'll might as well equip it anyway for the extra defense. Alright, that's all the treasure we can get here, so no need to worry anymore.
Goodbye, worthless enemies.
Alright. Just need to keep heading upwards until we reach the next door, and then we'll go ahead and enter that one. It's got a nice yellow glow to it. Guess from these torches, but anyway, if you see this wall right here, if you walk behind it, there's another hidden treasure. Hello? Oh. Okay, there we go. There's quite a few hidden treasures around here, but I think I know where they all are, but we get the ninja sword for Lloyd. It's pretty much the best sword he can get as far as slash and thrust stat goes, the paper fan still has higher luck and accuracy, but, well, I don't need to worry about that too much, I don't think. I'll just skip that guy. And this area is kind of mirrored, so behind this wall as well is another hidden treasure. Elemental Guard, that one is for Colette this time around. And that one protects, or increases fire, wind, earth, and water elemental damage.
Picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Yep, so it protects against the original 4 elements of the world. Before we knew about all of the different elements that are actually elements. Do we need to go in this room? Yep, definitely need to go in this room. There's another enemy that doesn't move around, so just like the last one, he is also pretty important.
What happened?
I was just warming up.
Alright, so that guy, like the last one, makes another chest appear, but this one's a little closer to us, is the Past Stone. And we'll figure out what to do with that in a little bit, but we still have a couple more treasures to collect, so let's get those first before we deal with that. If we head into this next door that we're going to run into, we get another treasure is whenever it pops up. Anytime now.
All right.
Alright, there it is, finally. Here we get an elixir. I don't think there's anything behind. Nope, not that. Alright, now we're going to want to go in that door eventually, but let's skip it for right now. And that door leads back to the beginning of the dungeon, so I won't be taking that one. And I don't feel like fighting this enemy that's... Or no, wait. Cancel that. We want to go in this door. Skip that third one. I don't think there's anything in it. Is there? Let me double check. Pretty sure there's nothing in it. Maybe an enemy. Nope, no enemies. Yeah, there's nothing in this room. Okay. So we're going to want to go in this door eventually. Not quite yet. And then this door leads back to the beginning. There we go. Alright, so let's just stun that guy and walk right past. We'll get a blue shield. Ah, dang it.
All right.
Now that was a shield for Zelos, but it doesn't have as high as defense as the current shield we have on him, the Star Shield, but it raises his accuracy, which I don't think I really care about, so I'll just skip on that for now. Yeah, we'll be heading to the right in a little bit. Actually, no, we won't. Yeah, we will. We'll have to come back there later. That's how we'll get out of this part. Because as you can see, this is a mirror of the other side, but there's no stairway to get down to there, so I don't think there's anything that's actually down there, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but maybe I'll check that off screen. Coming to this side room over here, we get Demon Seal. It's like the Dark Seal we got before, except it raises experience by 100%, so you're getting 200 experience per battle, but it gives you all status ailments, I think, except for death, of course, because that wouldn't be very fair, and you wouldn't be getting any experience, so it wouldn't make much sense. I'll just skip you? Okay. Maybe. I never really use those because of the side effect they have, but I don't know how helpful they could actually be. I've also never really grinded in any of these games, so oh well. But anyway, we made it over to where we got that first silver chest to appear at the beginning of this dungeon, and in it is the Future Stone. So with the Past and Future Stone, we'll be able to get the item we actually need that will unlock that optional dungeon I was talking about earlier. Hello? It's so difficult to tell where the enemy actually is in this portion of the map, and there's a little dragon. Oh, I already examined that dragon. I was thinking before the episode, I was thinking about how I would show off the dragon, and I was gonna do one way just as we were walking across the bridge, but I forgot I showed him off at the beginning of this episode. So you've already seen the dragon. Oh well. Let's just skip past this guy. We're going kind of long. I want to hurry this up a bit. Alright, and here we get a shield ring, which I don't think we actually... Oh, we do. Alright, so that's there. Yeah, that's what I thought. Huh. Oh, it's a bracelet. Okay. For some reason I thought it was an accessory. Who do we want to give that to? It only raises defense by 2. By 4. Oh, Glad already has one. 6. Yeah, I think we'll go with that one. Regal can have it. And now I just have to make my way... Well, you know what? I'll walk there. Because even though we have technically been to that, I'll show you how this dungeon loops around. Oop, can I? There we go. Yeah, so we've been to this part on the right. Oh, dang it.
What happened?
All right.
Alright, so we've been to this part of the bridge on the right. That door right there is where we got to the staircase, and now we're back in this room over here. So let's just make our way back to the beginning. Can I? No, I'm not going to be able to get past him. Gotta wait a little bit. Wait for a more opportune moment to freeze him. Of course, now he's stuck on the stairs. Looks like I'm going to have to fight him. Or I can just squeeze right past. That's fantastic. Alright, so right now we're back at the beginning. So here, now we find out what those symbols are for. Future Stone goes ahead and reacts. And it activates that red tile as well as, well, whatever that little circle is. Also creates these cubes. Alright then. Well, you may be able to figure out what that means, but I won't go over that right now because I want to take care of that in the next episode, but let's just activate the past area as well. So it basically does the same, activates the blue tile, the little circle, and then creates more cubes for us. And of course we're going to get another cryptic saying. But, let me check. Oh, and by the way, this door, yeah, that was the one that leads back to the beginning that I said earlier. And I want to check this room real quick just to make sure there aren't any treasures, make sure I'm not lying. There's an enemy. He's up there. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Alright then. So, it's been a long trip. But next time on Let's Play Tales of Symphonia, we'll head beyond this gate and take on Mythos for the last time. So I'll see you next time on the finale of Let's Play Tales of Symphonia.